Good day and welcome to Daily Cisco News, your home for Cisco information and trainings. My name is Karina Gonzalez. As the internet evolves and computer networks grow, network security has become one of the most important factors for companies to consider, especially since hacker tools have become more and more sophisticated. With that in mind, let's go ahead and dive into our feature video and look into Cisco security and how Cisco can benefit your organization.
Let's use the school as a representation of your organization. Cisco approaches security by looking at the entire threat continuum, which breaks down into a before, during, and after approach. Let's say this school has a huge lock on the front door. This lock is supposed to keep threats out and people inside safe. Let's pretend a threat is trying to break in. We are able to stop them temporarily or delay them with a lock on the door. This is the before phase. The lock represents three main things: OpenDNS, Next-Gen Firewall, and ISE. First is OpenDNS, or Domain Name System. It is basically an address book for websites. It helps to prevent access to sites that may be bad for the network by creating lists of acceptable and unacceptable sites. Second is Next-Gen Firewall. Next-Gen simply will be enforcing procedures, making sure our lock is in place and trying to delay the threat from getting inside. Overall, this covers the policy side of security. Lastly, ISE, or Identity Services Engine. This is a key part of a security portfolio because it gives you the 4 W's. Who, what, when, and where. Who is trying to break into the school? What are they trying to break in with? Where are you allowing them to try and enter? Is it the front door, back door, windows? And when are they attacking? In the morning, while students are at lunch, or after school when students and faculty are leaving? These are all important questions to ask yourself. The before is clearly a crucial part, but unfortunately, sometimes a threat can get this lock open. Therefore, you need a hard defense, which in our example can be the actual walls, windows, or doors of the school. This leads us to the during phase. The actual door, walls, and windows represent a couple things. First is IPS, or Intrusion Prevention System. This is an approach to network security used to identify potential threats and respond to them swiftly. Second is WSA, or Web Security Appliance, and ESA, Email Security Appliance. Both do a similar job in a different fashion. WSA takes a link on an approved site and basically decides if the link on that site is spam or not, and it will then block the site or link and won't allow it on the network. ESA helps block malware from any emails coming into your network or leaving your network. It does this while providing data loss prevention from possible files being attacked and trying to leave your network. The during phase is basically hardening the network and trying to prevent you from an attack, just like doors, windows, or walls of a school act as the hard defense to try and keep a threat out and the students inside safe. Unfortunately, during this phase, you can get a crack in your wall or your defense. The threat could break through the door physically or jump through a window or find a way around your hard defense. When this happens, you want to make sure you can scope, repair, quarantine, and fix your network. This leads us to the after phase. The after phase can be represented as the students and faculty on campus and inside the school observing and watching the whole attack happen. The students and faculty on campus can represent a couple products that Cisco looks at during this phase. First is AMP, or Advanced Malware Protection. AMP is aimed for endpoints. It will detect malware that has come through. It will quarantine everywhere it has been. This will then allow you to fix and correct the network. Second is LANCOPE, which Cisco acquired in 2015. LANCOPE goes a little further on the investigation and analysis of the network and then helps to correct and then create policies around what happened to prevent it from happening again. Overall, we think of the overarching theme Talos. Talos is the brain of Cisco security. It looks at terabytes of data across your network from all other networks you may have and feeds back information and runs it down to your before, during, and after to help harden your network overall. It'll make sure you're getting the up-to-date and real-time information on current threats to help you defend your network and help alleviate future threats.
While the before and after phases are very important, Cisco goes a step further by creating an after phase. You can have the biggest lock on your door and the strongest walls holding up your school, but what if a threat is still able to find a way around your defense? These days, it's inevitable that networks get hacked and breached. It's all about how you detect it and what you do to control it. Cisco has technology in place that can detect it in less than a day. Going back to our example of the school, it would be like not knowing a threat was on your campus for days, weeks, or even months. So detecting that in less than a day is essential for our safety. This is Karina Gonzalez reporting live for Daily Cisco News, Chicago.